Well, back to our big question this week. Do we care about the Queen's English? Well, we often hear people say English is no longer taught as well as it once was, that exams are easier nowadays. Well, our chief reporter Chris Stewart has been to sit in on an English lesson at Egglescliffe School in Stockton and to deliver a surprise.
Which is the first word in there that we'd have to change to make it formal? Go on. Thou, because thou's informal, isn't it, as a pronoun in Shakespeare's time?
Now this is a great school. Great teachers, great students, great confidence too, because we didn't tell them a great deal about our reasons for being there. Time to change class. Out they go. And in come Samantha, Lauren, Thomas and Patrick, each with a grandparent. Now, a spelling test.
Diarrhea.
Some of them were stinkers.
Unfortunately, the patient was suffering from diarrhea. Number 6. There were 7 apples in the box.
Others weren't so difficult, and at the end, the teenagers had generally performed better than their grandparents. Your diarrhea's all over the place, if you don't mind my saying.
That was quite hard.
And now a grammar test. These students sit their GCSEs next summer, and we told them the questions came from a 1950s O-level paper.
Excellent, Patrick. Well done. Sorry, Sam. What is wrong with the following sentence? None of my books are very exciting.
Nobody could get this one.
None of my books is very exciting. One book.
Then came the big surprise.
You know when I said this test came from the 50s?
Oh.
That actually came from an 11+ exam.
Really?
All of those questions came from an 11+.
Oops.
Well, for an 11+, I think they're very challenging grammar exercises. We don't teach the students these very sort of strict grammar rules by rote, as you would be expected to have learned in the 1950s. What we teach, I think, is a lot more functional, and we teach how students should write and speak in context.
We should own up here. We deliberately chose the toughest 11+ questions we could find, and there are experts who say being correct isn't everything.
To me, and I suppose to a lot of people, the crucial thing is whether people are communicating what they want to say. Are they getting across the meaning properly to somebody else? And this must be the thing, I suppose, with language, that the first duty is to be comprehensible rather than necessarily to be correct. It's getting your meaning across.
And they do, thanks to bright and highly motivated teachers like Miss Dennison. If any conclusion is to be drawn, it's perhaps that today's children are not taught any worse than previous generations, but they are taught differently. Chris Stewart, BBC Look North, Stockton.
Excellent. Well done. Right answer.
And if you don't know what the 11+ is, ask your mum and dad, or possibly your grandparents even. Thanks very much, by the way, for all the texts and emails about your pet grammatical hates. Part 3 of the series, last one in the series, coming up tomorrow. Right.
Bad spelling drives me bonkers.